Flashes of plasma fire lit up the void like jagged streaks of lightning as alien warships rained destruction down on the outer human colonies. Civilian outposts burned, their domed habitats collapsing under precision strikes. Commander Kyle floated in the bridge of the orbital flagship, eyes scanning the holographic displays with a cold, controlled fury. The colonies were defenseless, and the aliens believed humanity had no answer, no secret weapon to challenge their onslaught. From the viewing ports, Kyle could see the smoke rising from dozens of settlements, tiny sparks of life flickering amidst the chaos. Families, scientists, and engineers, all casualties of an attack designed to break the spirit of humanity. Yet despite the devastation, Kyle refused to panic. This wasn't the first time humans had faced annihilation, and it wouldn't be the last. Somewhere in the shadows of their history lay a power the aliens had forgotten, a force born of both myth and science. On board, the crew whispered about the dragons, ancient bioengineered guardians left in hiding, their existence debated for centuries. Most dismissed them as legend, a story meant to inspire awe and fear. Yet Kyle knew the truth. Humanity had kept these creatures. These were not just creatures. They were the embodiment of humanity's vengeance, intelligence, and survival instinct. When the aliens realized what had awoken, it would be too late. The hunters would become the hunted. The void erupted in chaos as the dragons emerged from the sanctuary, their massive forms streaking through space with terrifying grace. Plasma fire illuminated the hulls of alien warships as the first dragon unleashed its weaponized breath, cutting swaths of destruction through the fleet. The aliens, confident in their superiority, had not anticipated such overwhelming power, and their formation immediately faltered. Kyle's fingers danced across the control panel, coordinating human fighters to exploit the chaos. Small starfighters darted between alien ships, striking at weakened points as massive dragons tore through the heart of the armada. The airlock-borne roar of claws and energy weapons echoed through the communication channels, a mixture of awe and panic as human forces and dragons moved in perfect, synchronized precision. One of the alien commanders barked orders, trying to regroup, but it was too late. The dragons were not just brute force, they were intelligent hunters, adapting to each maneuver, anticipating every counterattack. Ships that had once felt invincible were reduced to fragments in seconds, debris scattering across the black expanse like shattered stars. Kyle watched, his pulse racing, as the tide turned. The aliens had believed that humanity was fractured, their colonies vulnerable. Now the humans and their legendary guardians demonstrated unity, strategy, and ferocity. The dragons moved with a deadly elegance, wings rippling with energy as they swept through the fleet. Even from orbit, the destruction was staggering. Alien vessels attempted to flee, but the dragons cut off escape routes, herding them into kill zones. The combination of human tactics and dragon might created a perfect storm of retribution, leaving the aliens reeling. As the last line of enemy defense crumbled, Kyle allowed himself a breath. Humanity had proven a terrifying truth: strike the colonies and face not just human vengeance, but a force awakened from legend itself. The dragons had returned, and the universe would remember their wrath. The battlefield was strewn with the wreckage of alien ships, twisted metal drifting silently in the void like forgotten memories. Smoke and debris from the destroyed fleet glimmered under the distant light of a nearby star, reflecting humanity's triumph and the dragon's devastating power. Kyle floated in the command deck, his chest heaving as he surveyed the aftermath. The aliens had underestimated humanity, and the cost of that arrogance was written in the scattered remnants of their once mighty armada. The dragons, their massive wings folding gracefully, returned to orbiting the sanctuary. Their luminous eyes scanned the horizon, confirming the destruction of every remaining threat. Even in repose, their presence radiated authority and warning. Humanity's secret guardians had fulfilled their purpose, to protect the colonies and serve as a stark deterrent for any who dared strike first. Kyle activated the communication channels, sending a single clear message across the remnants of alien space: humanity will not tolerate attacks on its colonies. The tone was measured, yet beneath it lay the unmistakable weight of the dragon's wrath. Survivors would carry the memory of this day for the rest of their existence, a lesson in the cost of aggression. On the colonies below, the human population began to emerge from shelters, eyes wide at the spectacle of returning dragons. The wounded were tended to, The damaged habitat stabilized, but a new understanding had settled among the people. Humanity was protected not just by technology, but by creatures of legend, intelligent and unstoppable. Kyle reflected quietly as he watched the dragons retreat to their sanctuary. The war was far from over, but the message was clear: strike at humanity's people, and the price would be absolute. The legend of the dragons was no longer myth. It was living proof of human resilience, power, and resolve. From that day forward, any invader would think twice before challenging humanity, for the fury of the awakened dragons was swift, merciless, and unforgettable.